No, we don't know. It could be a totally different cell. That would be very bad news. There are some rumors about White Russians, people coming from outside these circles of Brussels. So it's too early to tell. In a way, let's hope it's linked to the cell in Brussels, and that it will further investigation will make clear that these were the last ones out there. Of course, they're still hunting for one person. But it's a bit too early to tell, and actually there could be an additional cell, and that would be, well, very bad news that people flock to Brussels to stage attacks.
Edwin, there's a simple question that we sometimes forget in the rush of everything that's happened today in the tragic circumstances is, why did they do it?
Well, I guess their personal motivations, let's take that serious as well. They might be different than from the motivation of IS, that they want to die as a martyr, that they want to go to paradise. These people are very much, I wouldn't say indoctrinated, but religiously inspired attackers if you commit a suicide attack. So there's a personal idea why they do it. Then in general, I think from IS perspective, it is to punish the West for its intervention in Syria and Iraq, although Belgium doesn't play a very active role. And of course, it's at the heart of Europe. So you want to show your strength, you want to show that you're still out there. Maybe we lose on the battlefield, but we can strike at the heart of Europe.
Because that is an important question, is when you see attacks like this, is it a sign of strength or weakness? It's a question we always ask.
Well, it could be a sign of weakness that these people, if they belong to the same cell, feel that they are about to be caught, that they had to act now, otherwise they might end up with a bullet in their leg and arrested and arrested in jail for the rest of their lives and cannot become the martyr they want to be. That would be the scenario where, you know, they're on the run. But I'm afraid that, of course, this is also a sign of strength, that despite the fact that Europe, the Belgian authorities, but also the French and many other European nations were after them, that they could stay out of the hands of these authorities and strike whenever they want. That's definitely the way probably IS, or that's probably the way IS is going to present it. And unfortunately, there's enough evidence to worry about that they are able to strike wherever they want, despite many efforts of the Belgian authorities.
Because that's, of course, one of the things that many have brought up today as we see images of the shattered windows at the airport. This took place at the check-in counter, not past airport security. Are we entering a new era now where we're always going to be checked like they do at airports in Israel?
No, we have to be careful. Of course, after a day like this, everybody expects more control, etc. But we cannot let a handful or maybe a few dozen, maybe a few hundred of these people determine our lives. And it's difficult to say on a day like this, but we have to get back to business as usual and not overreact. That's what they want. That makes us we are vulnerable, partly because we live in a very safe society where we're not used to these kind of things, and I hope we'll never get used to that. But we have to take certain risks, and it's impossible to protect. If we're going to protect airports like that, they're going to strike somewhere else. So it will not make us safer. By the way, we have, of course, to get to these people before they get to an airport. So a lot of measures have to be taken to prevent people, well, first, of course, from radicalizing, and then from stopping them before they carry their bags and carry their guns and head for the airport.
And one final question on that point. We heard the Prime Minister of France in Parliament earlier call on the European Parliament to get on with it and step up the approval of intelligence sharing, most notably when it comes to passenger lists among these European nations. Should more be done, or is that the victory of Big Brother, if you will?
No, but that's not. It sounds tough, and it sounds that a lot of people might think that we're going to, prevent attacks like this. But probably these people didn't come by airport. They came through the refugee flows. There are many different ways they can enter Europe. Some of them are born and raised there. They don't even have to travel. So that's not going to be the measure that's going to help us. I think it's used for political reasons. So we have to be very careful. Let's make sure that we get more information from communities, that they pass it on to police, that police pass it on to the intelligence service. We have to invest, especially in Belgium, more into information from the neighborhoods arriving at the desks of intelligence officers. I think we can prevent a lot more attacks that way than by all these technological, big brother-like kind of measures.